Hi, I am here with Matt Schlapp. He is the chairman of the American Conservative Union, which is the union of conservative groups, the central focal point for conservatives in America. Also, the sponsor, the organizer of CPAC, the big Woodstock for conservatives every year, your big deal. And of course, we were there this year. Hopefully, we'll be there next year. Matt, tell me, you have been to 5 conventions. That's quite a few. Tell me, have you ever heard a speech like the one that Senator Cruz gave last night, and your thoughts on that, sir?
No, I've never seen anything quite like that spectacle. When he came to the stage, there were cheers. People were standing up. They were cheering him on. He gave a very beautiful speech that explained our conservative philosophy. And then he was almost pushed off the stage by an uproarious amount of boos and catcalls. To go from nearly a standing ovation to being booed off the stage, that was a historic moment.
Now you know him. You've dealt with him. You've had business with him. What was the rationale in his mind, as far as you could tell, or maybe there wasn't? I don't know.
Look, I think he, like a lot of conservatives, has some issues with Donald Trump. A lot of conservative voters, they don't know Donald Trump very well. He doesn't have a voting record. So when he says he's going to do certain things, it's a little different from a senator or a governor or a congressman who's done those things and put those laws and made those in effect and made those votes. So, there's legitimate questions, and I think in Ted Cruz's mind, he's trying to figure out how does he stand up for his conservative principles and yet support a nominee who he might have some questions over. The problem is that question was settled long ago by Republicans. We went all across this country, had primaries and caucuses all over the country, and Donald Trump got more votes than anybody who's ever run for president as a Republican. That's quite a statement, and it's also quite a repudiation. Some people are having trouble letting that sink in.
So tell me, where are conservatives now, to the extent, I know you can't speak for all conservatives, but you talk to them, you run the network for them. Tell me what your sense is. Where are they with Mr. Trump now? Are they more united, less united? Are they galvanized? What's your sense about where they are?
I think tonight, Donald Trump tonight on that main stage, with millions of Americans watching, is going to answer that question to a large extent. He's already done 2 very important things. He handled the platform here at the convention in a very smart, diplomatic way. It's very conservative. And he picked Mike Pence, a very conservative governor of Indiana who has an ACU lifetime rating of 99%. He's a social conservative, he's a free market guy, and he's a strong supporter of a strong national defense. So he is the kind of conservative that everybody was looking for.
So what happens now? What is Donald Trump going to do now? What issues is he going to talk about? How is he going to build the momentum, maintain the momentum he needs to win in November, do you think?
I think he's got to talk about 3 things. He's got to say he's going to upset the order of things in Washington. He's going to change it. He's going to take it on. He's got to talk about the fact that Americans don't feel like their economic fortunes are very positive, that new and better jobs aren't around the corner, and that their wages will not grow. He's got to talk about how he solves this economic security problem that voters have. And third, he has to talk about how he's going to protect us from radical Islamic terrorists, protect us in our communities from crime and unrest, and do a lot to make sure that Americans understand that they should not live in fear over these terrorists and others. So if he does those 3 things, I think he will win this race.